going on? Fielder's Live coming at you with another GTA 5 race from the Cunning Stunt updates on the track Turbine. Now, this has become my absolute favorite race to do in this update. I like being able to choose between the dirt bike and the Baja truck. Now, my last video on this map, I was actually in a Baja truck. It was a photo finish, and I got second place. But right now, I'm going to be using the bike trying to get this win. It is 3 laps on, or this race is 3 laps, and then catch-up is not on, but slipstream is on. So right now you can see some Baja trucks driving around. I want to make sure they don't run me over, because if I'm on a bike, they would just totally destroy me. And then right now it looks like all of the bikes are sort of up front in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. So I'm on this green bike. I don't know what it's called exactly. I have to look after the race for you all and then put it, well, I guess you'll see it in just a moment at the end of the race once it has like the list of everybody's times and stuff like that. But this bike is pretty good. I've used it a couple times. I do prefer the Baja truck just because it has 4 wheels, and I think it's a little bit cooler in my opinion. But there's nothing wrong with this dirt bike. It does what it needs to do, and I'm going to try to get the win right now. I feel like the Baja truck is better at climbing the hills, and also it has better traction on the ground, and then this Baja bike is sort of better at accelerating once you land from the ground. So it's a give or take positives and negatives for both vehicles. But right now I am in 3rd place trying to catch up to these 2 bikes in front of me. I got 3 laps total, pretty much 2 and 1/2 laps left in this race. Like I said, catch-up is not on. So there's 2 guys in front of me. They're probably going to be slipstreaming a little bit, and then hopefully they make a mistake and I'll be able to catch them. But I got to make sure I don't get hit by this windmill or turbine, whatever you want to call it. People do get hit by it quite a bit. I've been hit by it before and has completely knocked me off of the track, causing me to lose the race. We see this guy next to me right now. Hopefully he doesn't crash me. I'm not trying to crash him by any means, but I'm probably going to pass this guy here in this turn in just one moment. I'm going to hit the brakes, and then bang. See, I get the majority of my passes in turns. That's where I make up the majority of my ground. This dude's a straight hater, man. Oh my gosh. You see me got to go under the ramp right there, because this dude just crashed me. He was trying to crash me. But anyways, I'm only in 3rd place. Still have a good chance to win this race. Got to be careful of that guy in 2nd, though, now that I know they're a dirty racer. Who is it? What's their name, man? It's tough to read when they're driving so fast and then sometimes in the turn. Cosby's Punching Pop or something. That's what this dude's gamer tag is. Got to be on the lookout for them, because, oh, they're in 1st. So I don't know what happened to the dude that was in 1st. Maybe they crashed or something. I must have missed off to go back and rewatch the video. But right now it's me versus the dude that pushed me under the ramp a moment ago. So if I can get out ahead of the dude, then that would be fantastic. I'm probably going to use a slipstream here to get some extra speed and then pass him going into this final jump of the race. Hopefully the dude doesn't push me out of the way again. Nope. I'm able to get through this jump, and I am now in 1st place, going through the final checkpoint of lap number 1. Let's see if I lead the race or if this dude is able to pass me. Your boy led lap number 1. So 2 laps remaining on this dirt bike. It doesn't appear that there's any Baja trucks up here near the front. If we pull up the big map you see right now, it's just pretty much me and then the 2nd place dude who is directly beside me. So as long as they don't knock me off the map or off the track on this corner, then I should be good to go for a while. Maybe they'll hit the turbine and then I'll be able to stay farther in front of them. But I gotta just keep making sure that I nail down these turns, because like I said multiple times, the turns is where I excel. And straightaways, everybody can pretty much hit the same speed. You just gotta drive straight. Make sure you don't make any mistakes there. But turning, as far as like the angle you go into the turn, the angle you come out of the turn, the braking you use, the acceleration you use, like there's so many different factors that go into the turns. I just understand how to drive them better than the majority of people that are typically in the race. Hopefully I don't get hit by the turbine right here. Able to make it over. The dude behind me made it over as well. He almost landed on me. It looks like he had a lot more acceleration coming out of that jump than I did for some reason or another. But I'm able to pass him right there. I'm now back in 1st. Just over 1 minute done on this lap. I have not compared the lap times of me driving the Baja truck versus this dirt bike on the track. I suppose I could do that just to sort of see what my faster lap times are, because I do not know which vehicle I'm able to make it around the track faster with, if it's the bike or if it is the Baja truck. But I went ahead and just let that dude pass me right there. I didn't want to take the chance of them knocking me off at all. Oh, you saw them get hit by the turbine? That's good news for me. Your boy's out in front. Your boy's out in front. They're off the track. As long as I don't make any mistakes the rest of this race, I should be good to go and win. Because remember, I said catch-up was off this race, slipstream is on, and it is 3 laps. So that's good news for me. That's good news for me that that dude hit the turbine. It looked like it barely clipped him, like just a little bit. But right here, this jump is where they pushed me underneath last lap, I believe, causing me to not have 1st place or 2nd place. I was back in 3rd. And then coming up towards this tunnel, I'm still not sure how me and the dude that knocked me under that jump came to be at first and second. I thought we were in second and third, and I never even saw where the dude that was in first crashed and messed up. So I'll have to go back and rewatch that in this video. But right now, I have a pretty good lead, man. Looks like this is going to be a win for your boy, because there's nobody right now that's going to be able to catch me. Well, there's two guys behind me. They could slipstream and catch me if they were smart, right? But I'm assuming that they're just going to be racing and probably wrecking each other, because typically that's what happens here on GTA races. People would like to crash each other. People are just straight thugs on the road rage all the time, everywhere. People hit me all the time, and I try to avoid crashing people at all costs. Sometimes you gotta bump people. Like, have you seen my Pro Gen Tyrus race? At the very end of it, this dude was in an adder, and he was trying to pass me. He was coming up on me really quick. He'd crashed the guy behind me. Well, I was in third place and he was in second place. He crashed first place, and then him crashing first place caused him to slow down, and then I took over first place, and I was just about to win the race, and the dude in the adder was catching up to me, and I actually had to block him in order for me to win the race. I didn't mind doing that because I knew the dude was a dirty driver. But then my race was the Baja truck versus the dirt bike on this track in my previous video from this turbine race. I didn't cast the bike guy just because we'd had a solid race the entire time, and I was just racing fair and clean, 100% doing what I needed to do, and it just didn't work out in that race. But right here in this race, it looks like it's going to work out. Your boy is way ahead of everybody else. As I press it down on the D-pad, you can see the times up there in the top left-hand corner of the screen. I'm ahead by nearly 11 seconds. Nearly 11 seconds. That is a huge gap, and the only way I can mess up and lose this race at this point is if I fall off one of the turns and have to reset, or if I hit this last turbine that's going to be coming up here after I climb up this cliff in just a moment. But there goes second place. I believe they're still pretty far behind me. Even if I make a mistake at this point, I still will have a chance to win. I'll probably get lined up once I have to reset my bike near second place. It usually takes between 5 and 10 seconds, really just depending on the map and where you crash and stuff like that. But right there, your boy barely missed the turbine, and from this point on, we are good to go, man. That's going to be a win here on the dirt bike. So like I said, my last video I was in the Baja truck. I really like the Baja truck. This dirt bike is still good though, and one thing in these races is that you don't really, I don't think I've ever seen anyone fall off the dirt bike. I don't know if that's something that they implemented where you just can't fall off the vehicle, since it's going to be like 4-wheel vehicles racing versus 2-wheel bikes. But I really like the fact that you cannot really fall off the bike, or at least if you can, I have not seen it yet. But I prefer the Baja truck just because I think it's more fun to drive, but this bike definitely is doing work right here on this course. I may have to buy it in the future, or even come over to this part of the map and just drive around in a free run, whatever you want to call it, because I've not done that yet. And there's actually some like really good dirt courses over here for off-roading action, man. Coming up to the last U-turn here on the race. Let me see how good I can hit it. Bang, son. Turns is where I make up the majority of my time. Did some good turns here in this race, man, but then I was able to capitalize on my opponent's mistakes and drive a very clean race myself. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. New videos every single day here on my channel. I'm Dennis Live. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bang!